What's up guys, Andre here. Welcome to another video. You saw the title, this is episode 4 of Biking for Donuts. Before we get into this, if you guys are into food and fitness and entertaining content in general, consider subscribing, it means the world to me. Help a guy turn his creative passion into a career. The donut chain I will be reviewing today is actually an American icon. I've already done Dunkin' Donuts, so I think you can guess which one I'm talking about. And the ride I'm doing, let's just say I'm gonna be getting really high in elevation. Roll that intro. Alright, we got a good one for you today, guys. This place was actually recognized as a 20th century American icon back in 1997. I'm talking, of course, about Krispy Kreme donuts. Krispy Kreme first opened its doors all the way back in 1937. The story has it all the way in the beginning. Vernon Rudolph bought a secret yeast-raised donut recipe from a New Orleans French chef. He rented a building in what is now historic Old Salem in Winston, North Carolina. He started making some donuts and selling to local grocery stores, but as the aroma of donuts filled the air, passerbyers asked if they can get donuts hot, fresh from the source. So he actually cut a hole in the side of the building and started selling donuts directly to consumers on the street. And just like that, the iconic original glazed Krispy Kreme donut was born. In the 40s and 50s, they expanded to a small chain of stores instead of just one bakery. But there was a problem. There wasn't consistency in the recipe across all the stores. That's when Vernon and his engineers decided to open a mixing plant and a distribution center so that they can deliver a consistent dry mix to all the locations. And ever since then, they have focused on improving and automating the donut making process. In the 60s and 70s, they expanded to all over the Southeast United States, and they standardized the store design so every single store looked the same, and they had this iconic green tile roof. I don't know if this one actually has it, but you can see the green in their logo there. So where are they at today? There are now 364 locations across the United States and 1,005 locations total worldwide. Krispy Kreme is a unique donut chain because they actually have a focus on hot donuts. Every location has a neon Hot Donuts Now sign that they light up when they got fresh donuts on deck. When I picked up these donuts, I was kind of surprised at how small they are. The original glaze clocks in at 190 calories, and the highest calorie donut that I could find is their new Reese's filled donut, clocking in at 400 calories. And of course I had to get one of each of those. All right, donuts have been acquired. Let's get into this bike ride. Now, seeing as I'm reviewing an iconic American donut chain, I thought it would only be fitting that I do an iconic Colorado bike ride. This road I'm standing on right now is the road that goes to the summit of Mount Evans, which is a 14er here in Colorado, meaning it's above 14,000 elevation. This 15-mile stretch of road gains 3,445 feet of elevation, and it's actually the highest paved road in all of North America. Normally this road is open for motor vehicles to drive all the way to the top, but this year, because of the virus, the pandemic, they have it closed off for the entire season. So that actually makes it the perfect opportunity to bike it. Mount Evans is the highest of the Chicago peaks in the Front Range of the Colorado Rockies, standing 14,271 feet tall. For this ride, the distance traveled and the elevation gained actually doesn't seem that challenging, but there's another factor at play here. Because we're going all the way up to 14,000 elevation, there's a lot less oxygen in the atmosphere. And anyone who's hiked a 14er before knows that once you get up above like 12,000 elevation, things start to get really hard. Your feet just start to feel heavy and you feel like you're moving a lot slower. So This is gonna be an interesting challenge for me on my bike. All right, I'm super stoked to get this started, so let's get it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. All right guys, Krispy Kreme, let's get into it. My initial impressions walking into Krispy Kreme were it is super cool seeing all the automated machinery that makes their donuts. They have like an assembly line that brings their donuts into the fryer and then it glazes them without anybody having to do anything, which is just a really unique thing for a donut shop. All right, as far as their donut selection is concerned, they had a pretty decent variety, but like not nearly as much as like a specialty donut shop that has like all kinds of wacky donuts. So I'm just gonna give them a B, a solid B on variety. Now let's talk about how Instagrammable these are. You know, they're not like particularly spectacular looking, but like just look at that. That is just an iconic donut design. This is the donut that you see in The Simpsons. So just because of that, they're so instantly recognizable as Krispy Kreme. I'm gonna give them a B+ on appearance. Let's get into these donuts. And you know where I'm gonna start, guys. The original glaze. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The original glaze is a true test to see how good the donut shop's dough is gonna be. And if this one's good, you know they're all gonna be good. Wow, that is extremely light and fluffy. Wow, that was almost off the light and fluffy scale. I'm gonna throw it right here on the light and fluffy scale because that thing was like a straight up cloud. The original glaze is what Krispy Kreme is most known for, and I can see why. That thing was just so light and fluffy. It's got that perfect little crust of sugar on the outside. So for that, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. All right, next up, let's go an original with chocolate frosting and sprinkles. Wow, that chocolate frosting is ridiculously sweet, almost too sweet. Guys, I got some black coffee to help me with this because I feel like all this sweetness is gonna overload me, and I kinda wanna try dunking this one, so. Chocolate frosted in the coffee. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, that was pretty good, but not as good as the original, so I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Next up, let's hit this custard-filled one. You guys know Boston creams are my favorite donut, so I've got high hopes for this one. All right, no filling yet on the first bite. I'm 2 bites in and like halfway done with this donut, and I have no filling yet. Not a good sign. All right, there it is. All right, that thing was decent, but I have pretty high standards when it comes to Boston cream donuts. Like literally all the filling was tucked in one corner and I ate it in one bite. You know, not a good sign. I'm docking them for that. They're getting a 5.5. All right, next up, an original, but the filled version. They have filled donuts with holes in the middle. It's almost like whipped cream in the middle of it. Wow, I can't believe how small these things are. I'm eating like 300 calories in 3 bites. That donut, it was not as soft as the original, and the filling was just okay, so I'm gonna give that one a 6 out of 10. All right, next up, we got the maple iced original. I like that. I love maple iced donuts, but it's hard to not compare this thing to that maple bacon donut I had at Do Right's that last weekend in Chicago. That thing was just so much better. All right, not really stoked on that one. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. All right, let's hit another filled donut and see if they could actually redeem themselves this time. This is their cake batter donut. You guys can see there's just like a tiny bit of filling in the one side. All right, flavor was pretty solid on that cake batter donut, but again, huge disappointment with the amount of filling in there, so I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. All right, next up, we got the strawberry iced original. If this is not the exact donut from The Simpsons, then I don't know what is. Wow, a lot of strawberry flavor in this thing. It's like that super artificial candy strawberry flavor though, not like fresh fruit strawberry. All right, I was not into that one. I did not like the super artificial strawberry flavor, so I'm gonna give that one a 4 out of 10. All right, raspberry jelly filled, guys. Oh wow. The jelly flavor on this one, really good. I'm into this raspberry. I'm gonna give this one 7.5 out of 10. Reese's donut that's like Reese's Pieces chips on the top. Oh wow, very peanut buttery. I had high hopes for this one, and it just wasn't as good as I thought it would be, so I'm giving this one a 6.5 out of 10. But I saved this jelly donut on purpose because we gotta hit that peanut butter and jelly combo. See that, guys? I wanna hit both those fillings in one. Oh my God, that's actually amazing. This is one of those instances where the combination is better than the sum of its parts. All right, you guys know I gotta give you a rating on these together. This is bumping them both up to an 8 out of 10. All right, one last donut. I've got one more original glazed here, and I'm actually gonna save this one for when I get to the top of the mountain as a little treat because I think it's gonna taste that much better at the top. All right, let's go get into this bike ride. All right, starting this ride off after eating 9 donuts. Light work. Wow, I just started and I'm already totally out of breath. You can really tell the air is a lot thinner up here. All right, we're 3.2 miles in. I had to stop and get a good look at this lake. That's Echo Lake where I started. We're right at like the top of the tree line now. I think around 11,700 elevation. So it's really starting to open up now with these vast views. This is gonna be a scenic ride. All right, 5.7 miles in, that's just over a third, and it just keeps getting more and more scenic. I was riding for a couple miles with this girl, Alyssa, from Chicago, and she was pushing the pace. I could barely keep up. All right, just over 9 miles into this ride, and I think that puts us over 13,000 elevation. You can really tell the air feels a lot thinner up here. It's harder to catch my breath, but it's so worth it. These views are incredible, and they keep getting better and better. Like, I don't even have to wait till the end of the ride. This ride is a 10 out of 10. So beautiful. Also, the fact that motor vehicles aren't allowed on this road right now, that's like temporarily making this ride an 11 out of 10. Yo guys, I see the top. See up there? The observatory, the end is near. Oh man, I can see the top. What's up, goats? How you doing, guys? Yo, this must be it. 14,200 something elevation, top of Mount Evans. We did it! Looks like a party up here. All right, a little snack at the top. What do I got? Some trail mix? Maybe a protein bar? No, I came prepared. I got an original glazed donut from Krispy Kreme, and I think it's warm from sitting in the sun. It's gonna taste that much better 14,000 feet up. Oh yeah. Wow, that thing was just as good as this morning. You know, honestly, Original glaze from Krispy Kreme. I get why they're known for it. That's the best donut from Krispy Kreme. Like next time, I would just get a dozen of those. They're that good. All right, I think I got enough videos and pictures up here. Time to turn around, head back down. Made it unharmed. I'm buzzing right now with adrenaline and sugar. What a ride. All right, I'll see you guys back at the house with this summary of this whole ordeal. All right, summary, conclusions. Let's wrap this thing up. Starting it off with the donuts. Krispy Kreme, I was not that impressed. The filled donuts didn't have enough filling. It was like one little bite in the corner of the donut. And then those flavored donuts with the icing, you know, like the maple, the strawberry, the chocolate, the flavors were just so artificial tasting and they were aggressively sweet. I'm gonna actually lump Krispy Kreme in my mind with like Dunkin' Donuts as like places that kind of aren't even worth the calories, with one exception, the original glazed. I get why that's the most famous donut from Krispy Kreme because that thing was pillowy soft and it was freaking amazing. So I feel like I have to rate their donuts separately. I'm gonna go the assorted dozen from Krispy Kreme. That's getting like a 6 out of 10, not impressed. But the original glazed, that is holding strong at a 9 out of 10. Like if I ever went back to Krispy Kreme, I think I would just get a dozen of just the original glazed because those things were so good. And that ride, whoa. Like, did you guys see the footage? Those views were insane. I think that is officially my favorite bike ride that I've ever done, period. You see, I have a soft spot in my heart for mountains, and there were just vast mountain views across every turn, and then you got that sweet payoff at the end of being able to summit a 14er and see a panoramic view of the entire mountainscape. It was just unreal. That ride had the views, it had wildlife, it had a lack of cars because the road was closed, and it also had this awesome sense of community. There was tons of other cyclists out there doing the same thing, encouraging each other, and when you get to the top, there's like a big group of people up there that you know got there through their own manpower. So it was like this big celebration. Everyone was high-fiving, everyone was taking pictures of each other. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10, guys. Great experience. All right, if you guys like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It lets me know that people actually like watching these videos. And to my 114 subscribers, thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Come on, you know you like these videos. Subscribe down below. All right, I'm gonna pop up 2 more of my videos here and here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, what do we got? You got the chocolate sprinkles? Yeah. And what do you got?
Boston cream.
Boston cream, baby. All right, you guys just have to rate these out of 10 based on all the donuts you've ever had.
It's like 7 out of 10.
7? All right.
6.
6?
Unimpressed Boston cream.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, that's kind of what I expected.